Hey everyone, I am Jessica from Willowvine's Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. So like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. I'm so glad you're here. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but I am glad you guys are here watching this, paying attention, but I feel like I'm talking directly to someone, like, I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk about blah, blah, whatever. But I have some cards pulled because I pulled these yesterday and I was like, ooh, this is good energy, because I was looking into the full moon eclipse energy and what these like shifts and changes and whatevers are for someone. Um, these readings are never for everyone, but you know, if it fits, great. This is very promising, and I don't believe in coincidences. And I was drawn after I pulled these cards because I was going to do the reading yesterday, and I was like, oh no, I don't know, I just got up from it and walked away. So whenever that happens, when I'm in energy and I step away from it and come back to it, don't clean it up and be like, okay, now it's time to dive in. That's kind of what's going on with another person. So they could have stepped away from you or stepped away from the situation for a little while. That could have been you that did that, or this other person, because it's between two people. This is pretty much a love reading is what it looks like. And that wasn't my focus. That's just what's coming out. Love has been in the air lately, and I don't know, you're on someone's mind is what I want to say, or you're heavily thinking of another person and wanting to pursue them. But I was drawn to do something different that I don't usually do, and that's pull runes. So I pulled a rune and I got signals, which I can't remember what the actual name is, but it says the Norse god Loki, which is the trickster usually. Source of divine utterance, or the mouth. And for some reason it's making me think of communication, especially with mouth, you know. But when I was opening the book, because I'm not well versed in runes, I do mess with them here and there, but anyways, I opened up to initiation, something hidden, which is Perth. And it's kind of funny because the bookmarks that I put in, because I just did this right before I hit record, the bookmarks I put in might be significant to this as well. But I'm going to read what Perth is about because it seems significant in this energy. But the bookmark is twin flame union approaching, and I'm talking about love, initiation. So this is like the initiation phase. And I've got some other quote-unquote coincidences here, which is kind of cool. So this is like giving me butterflies all of a sudden. But a mystery rune pointing to that which is beyond our frail manipulative powers. So you can't control this, just saying. Perth is on the side of heaven, the unknowable, and has associations with the phoenix. And what's funny is one of my clarifying cards is the phoenix. It's a scorpionic energy. It's about rebirth, changes, which is what I was reading about. Like, what are the changes in this energy, in this situation? With the phoenix, that mystical bird which consumes itself in the fire and then rises from its own ashes. Its ways are secret and hidden. It's like you don't always understand why these changes are occurring or why something had to come to a close, come to an end. But it's for a new beginning, even if it's with the same person or if it's to help change a sense of self so that you do have new opportunities coming in. And I do see a new opportunity here, which is beautiful. Powerful forces of change are at work here, beyond your control, just saying. Yet what is achieved is not easily or readily shared. So it's like keeping things to yourself as well. After all, becoming whole, the means of it, is a profound secret. So the inner work and healing energy that you provide for yourself is for you. You know, not everybody shares their journeys, not everybody shares their struggles or problems, any issues or anything like that. This feel like whatever this transformation is within somebody, it feels like it's for the self and kept to the self. You know, you're keeping shit to yourself basically, or this person is. Maybe you both are. On the side of the earthly or mundane, there may well be surprises, gains, or rewards that you did not anticipate. Something good's coming, and it might be shocking to you. Excuse me. Let me recalibrate. So, anyways, on the side of human nature, this rune is symbolized by the flight of the eagle, soaring flight, free from entanglement. So, you're no longer entangled in bullshit, trapped in a situation or anything like that. You're free to fly. You're free to move forward in this situation, because that's what I'm reading about. Lifting yourself above the endless ebb and flow of the ordinary life to acquire broader vision. All this is indicated here. So, when it says to acquire broader vision, it's like seeing beyond what you always saw before. So it's not just stepping outside the box, but it's a change in perspective, seeing the big picture. Basically, it's like having a broader view of the situation because you stepped away from it, or because somebody stepped away from you. So it's like, oh, I didn't see it like that before, but I'm seeing it in a different way now. It feels good. It feels positive. Number 6, so it's like reflecting over the past when you're immersed in a problem or a situation, even if it isn't problematic. It's like you don't always see all the cues, I guess, that somebody wow, that somebody shows. I don't know. I just had like a little epiphany there for a second, because I was just thinking, I guess, for example, with not seeing something one way while you're dealing with someone or in a situation, and then when you're away from that person or situation, you see it differently. You have a different understanding, maybe because you've learned something new or whatever. But this is just a small example of that, which is probably why it just popped in my head. I was thinking of somebody, I don't know, they randomly popped in my head, and that person, it appeared in the moment, because this was a while ago, number 6, the past, appeared in the moment that they didn't want anything to do with me, didn't want to talk to me, because they were kind of flaky and not making time for conversation or whatever. And at the time, I was like, I guess you just, whatever, I'm not going to force it, if you don't like me, you don't want to talk, whatever. And that can go with friends and whatever. It doesn't even just have to be romantic partners or potential romantic suitors, whatever. But that's just kind of how I felt in the moment because of what was going on. And that does happen. I mean, people do that. They flake out because they don't care. But sometimes there's other factors at play. And I'm saying this because of an example just popped in my head. But the other bookmark for signals, which is the rune I pulled, is Dark Night of the Soul. So someone was probably going through something. And the reason why it's bringing me to that is because my son had made a comment this morning about how he doesn't always see messages or reply to them when it comes to his friends, people he even cares about, because my mother had sent him a message, and it was actually a gift card to Xbox through Messenger or whatever, which I didn't even know you could do that. But anyways, she didn't tell him ahead of time. She just sent it figuring that he'd open it and see it, because kids nowadays are glued to their phone. Well, he hadn't opened it, and she messaged me about it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know you sent it. Well, his comment was, he said to his father, he goes, I need someone to tell my friends that it's not that I don't care. I don't like talking on the phone, and it's like I don't really talk to many people and whatever, unless it's like face to face and people he knows. But he's got some inner shit in there. Like, he has a lot of social anxiety, and he's a very private person anyways. But he's an introvert through and through. We'll just leave it at that. And I know that there's some Dark Night of the Soul shit that he needs to face on his own crap, but it contributes to the lack of communication. And just that comment in this moment, and the example I gave about someone else in that energy, whether that was true for them or not, that's just what it's making me think of, is like, sometimes it's not as it seems. Sometimes how we perceive a person or situation is not true. It's how we feel about it versus the facts. And if you don't have proper communication and that person doesn't explain that to you, you're going to assume the worst, and that could have happened in the situation between you and somebody. So anyways, another of the cycle runes, Perth, stands at the heart of initiation, because something's starting here, and we have twin flame union approaching. Nothing external matters here. which is kind of what I was talking about. Like, what you see isn't always what you get, except as it shows you its inner reflection, which is kind of funny that was the example that just popped in, and that sentence basically explains what I just said, which I'm going to read it again. Nothing external matters here, except as it shows you its inner reflection. So the lack of communication, someone's behavior, because it's not necessarily what they say, it's how they behave is what I want to say, because it's what you're seeing, not necessarily what you're hearing, is reflecting some inner shit within somebody, and you probably weren't looking at it that way, or someone in this energy wasn't, because that's what this feels like. Oh, this is getting exciting. It's getting juicy. I love it. Let's keep reading. I don't know why I wanted to do that. It's like blah, blah, blah. Let's dust this book off and keep going, you know? Might learn something. This rune is concerned with the deepest stratum of your being, the bedrock on which your destiny is founded. For some, Perth means experiencing a death, an ending, which is kind of what happened in this energy, is what it looks like, because there's a restart. In need be, let go of everything. No exceptions, no exclusions. Nothing less than renewal of your spirit is at stake when you draw this rune. So it's like releasing the outcome, the expectation, everything pertaining to this person's situation is what is actually fueling the fire and reigniting the flame, basically, in this, between the two of you. Because you just kind of let it be. Somebody needed time is what I want to say, because there's something within them that they needed to work on, or just something in their life, in their world. So with the signals rune, which is, I'm going to say it wrong, and Suze, I'm going to have to learn the pronunciation of these things, but anyways, Dark Night of the Soul is that, and I wanted to put it face down. That's the bookmark, but I wanted to put it face down, like, okay, we're going to keep this over here. Is it because it's processor, or is it because somebody wants to keep it hidden? It's because it's unspoken. That's what it is. It's not really hidden. It's not a big secret. It just hasn't been shared. So somebody has been keeping shit to themselves, which is, I think I said that already. So anyways, drawing and Suze tells you that connection with the divine is at hand. So it's the divine union, twin flame, just like I said. I'll show you the rune again. So anyways, it is a signal to explore the depths, the foundations of life, and to experience the inexhaustible wellspring of the divine in your nature. At the same time, you are reminded that you must first draw from the well to nourish and give to yourself. You must first process this shit, heal yourself, work on yourself, fill your own cup up before you can even offer anything to anyone else. That could have been what needed to happen with you or with this other person. Because if you don't have anything to give, what the fuck are you going to give? You know, you got to love yourself first, basically, is what this is saying. Then there will be more than enough to nourish others, which is what I just said. A new sense of family solidarity invests this room. So it's like a coming together, which is absolutely beautiful. I don't know where to put my book. All right. So we're going to leave that over here. And whatever. Throw that piece of paper. It is what it is. So the cards that had come out, I kind of feel like those two runes, even though I only pulled one, I just opened up to that page and it was like, wow, this is so in this energy. I kind of feel like what I read it sums up this reading, basically. But the first card out was roses, and I feel secret admirer here, but not in a lurker kind of way. I mean, they could be paying attention to you behind the scenes, just keeping to themselves. But they're paying attention. So you got this person's attention is what I want to say. With that, they like you. So I guess we can leave it at that. They like you. And then we have the swans with I don't know, the whip thing. I can never remember what the hell it's called, but it's just fast action. The wishing well with the little birdies. A little birdie told me. This can be the talk of the town, gossip, messages coming in, and this is messages going out. So it's like information coming in and going out. This would be when you receive a message. So if somebody's receiving information, signs, signals from the universe, or just any information about you, the situation themselves, they're going to want to say something. And it could have been a wish of yours at one point, whether you're still wishing for this or not. But I feel like it's wishing for this type of connection, this type of love, this union, even if you don't know the name of the person. You know what I mean? It's just that type. But I feel like this is someone you do know. It's very specific. It's almost like I just wish this would have worked out. I wish things could have been different. It's kind of where I want to put the whole wishing energy. But there's like a sudden recognition here because somebody has that aha moment. Like, oh, that's what that meant. That kind of thing. I don't know, I'm looking at these birds, like this one's flying and going, hey, I gotta tell you something, I gotta let you know. And these ones are just doing their thing and they're in their home, you know, eating, whatever. This one's like, hey, I got news for you. And then they want to say something. So I do feel like someone wants to talk. And then I got outcome and ego. And that was clarified by the Phoenix, which is, you know, something coming to a close and then reigniting. Like I said, you will get a resolution, let your guard down. So there will be a resolution because somebody's going to let their guard down. And I kind of feel like that's where the change is because this person was probably very guarded prior. I feel like they were just keeping to themselves for whatever reason. And now they don't want to because there's a change in perspective for them and for you, or there will be once this person says something to you. So regardless of the actual outcome, whether you come in a union with this person, you become best motherfucking friends with them, or they just are a seasonal whoever, there's still going to be a resolution, will still be met, basically, will still be had. This person has changed their mind about you, about this. There's a better understanding here because they're getting out of their ego. They want to let their guard down with you. I feel like I can trust you when before I was questioning it, probably because I don't trust anyone. That type of energy, like, I don't know, it sounds a little wonky. It sounds a little weird to me. This is out of the norm for me. I don't normally trust people because they're always full of shit or history says not to kind of thing. I feel like through time, space, lurking, learning about themselves and you potentially, just gaining more information, that's where this change is coming in. Like, oh, I can trust you. Okay, I can trust you and I want you to be able to trust me. That's what this energy feels like. So you might not trust what this person has to say initially when they come in and talk to you, just because of how things were in the past, like you're gonna flake out again kind of thing, or what is this about? Like, why are you returning? But I feel like it'll be proven that they have good intentions. So it's bringing me to the whole, like, you have to earn my trust energy, which I kind of feel like that's where this person, that's the energy they were in the past. You could have been trying to earn their trust just to show them, you know, hey, I am a loyal person. I'm not going to screw you over. What you think is not how it truly is. And now because I feel like that was their energy and you're in the energy of, you know, I'll trust you because I trust myself until you break that trust, and then you're going to have to earn it back kind of thing if I even feel that you're worthy of that. So it's kind of flip-flop there with the trust thing, but not because you have trust issues, period. It's just with the situation. Like, you might question it is what I want to say. Oh, that's the card here. I was going to look through the deck and be like, I know there's a card in here that says that. Earning back trust starting from the bottom. Yeah, that's the card I was looking for. It's right in front of my fucking face. But anyways, and that was clarified with the Page of Pentacles. This is like starting off as friends. You know, you're going to have to start off small because I don't really trust this right now because of whatever happened prior. So whoever this person is to you, they might come in a friendly way, or that's what's needed here in order for both of you to fully trust in the process. Just go with the flow, you know. Don't rush into a relationship. Don't rush into things. Just, you know, one thing at a time. Enjoy the moment is what I want to say. And then we have change is going to come. And I feel like that's the change. Well, that's part of the change because we kind of have a couple things going on here within the same situation. So part of the change is you're going to go from no contact to a fresh start, potentially with a King of Pentacles, or you are a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this change is going to happen because this King of Pentacles is having the epiphany, like, oh, I see something here. I see an opportunity, basically, and it's not for evil. Basically, I'm gonna keep saying that now, and that's reminded me of a video, a reading I did, I don't know, four or 5 years ago, where I kept saying basically, and it was driving me nuts. I'm like, why do I keep saying that? And I don't know why the hell that's popping in my head. Why do I keep saying that? So someone in this energy could have kept saying something on repeat, repeating themselves. It could have been this person or you were doing that. It's like the same thing over and over again. And it was driving somebody nuts. So I don't know who was on repeat, but someone might have been. Fairy tales do exist with the Knight of Cups. This is the change that's going to come. It's like the realization that, you know, this does happen to people. This does happen to people like me, like us, you know? Because I kind of feel like I lost faith in love. I don't believe in fairy tales kind of thing. That energy, that could be this King of Pentacles energy. Where it's like, I don't know. Fated unions, just really, what? And if they are true, or whatever, it's not for me kind of thing. That's the energy someone was in. But I feel like they're realizing that they could get everything they've ever wanted. That this situation, this connection isn't too good to be true. Because there's flaws in here. It's not perfect. And twin flame unions, especially connections, are they're definitely not easy, and there are a lot of problems and hiccups, and it can be a friggin' disaster sometimes because there's lessons tied to strong connections like that, because that's basically why you two are even here in the first place and connected in the first place, is to teach each other, to show each other what you need to know. Basically, it's the awakening. I mean, you entering this person's life could have woke them up, or vice versa, depending on who is who here. But I kind of feel like there's a new beginning coming in. It's going to start with communication, just a hey, what's up kind of thing, because that's what this is. Okay, I got something I want to talk. Let's talk about this. Let's chitty chat. I feel like this conversation will go over pretty smoothly. Yeah, this was someone that was a friend of yours. You could have got friend zoned, or you friend zoned them. And I kind of feel like the resolution is this person actually knocking their own wall down, because it's not a wall. This wall that they had up is not a wall that anyone else can knock down. Like, you could prove yourself till the cows come home, but if they're walled up, they're just gonna be like, what? Keep a knocking, but you can't get in kind of thing. And I kind of feel that energy here with this person, but they hammered down their own walls same time, you know? They hammered it down themselves because they did the work. Because whatever went wrong in this situation, it was, I don't want to say it was all them, because it was internal is what I want to say. Like, there was something they needed to work through that only they could work on. You know, it had nothing to do with an external person, even if it felt like it was you. You know, like, you know that saying is like, it's not you, it's me. That's truly the energy here. Like, it was the disconnect here, the issues here really had nothing to do with you, the external person. It had everything to do with them because they had shit they needed to work through. But now that they're hammering down their walls, the possibilities are endless. And there's love here. It's like their heart chakra is finally, I want to say it's starting to open, because I'm picturing a flower that's like getting ready to bloom, and it's like starting to bloom, but it's not fully there yet. It's like it's opening. So that's what's going on here for somebody. And they want to clean up the mess they made. I don't know, there's just realizations here, basically, that, you know, when they learn to take responsibility for the role that they played, for their own actions in past situations and in the situation between the two of you. This person was pretty stubborn. They always did things the same way. But now they're changing that around because we have higher power. They're learning to have more faith that, like, if this doesn't get done, that's okay. It was meant to be that way. Or I don't have to do everything by the book. There's more than one way to skin a cat. This person was definitely conditioned to do things a certain way. Just breathe. Just go with the flow. That's what this feels like. There's no right or wrong way to handle love, to handle this situation. I don't feel like anyone's going to be mean or bitchy or anything like that. It's just like, when it comes to matters of the heart and relationships, there's no guidebook. Just like there's no guidebook to parenting. You got to figure it out on your own. Spirit will help you through the process usually, especially if you have faith and you believe. No matter what that belief system is. But it feels like, I don't know, I feel like a weight just lifted off me, because I feel like I've always had to do things a certain way. That could be what this person was dealing with, or you. And now it's just like, I don't have to do it that way. I can do it my own fucking way. This person definitely has a lot on their mind. They're probably dealing with a lot in their personal life, whether you're aware of it or not. Chaos and conflict. This person is thinking about issues that happened in the past, maybe between the two of you, or just, you know, where the conflict was coming from in their own life. Like, oh, you know, when so-and-so, even if it had nothing to do with you, when so-and-so was around, it was always drama, it was always this, it was always whatever, you know, whatever it was. There was always problems. And now that I've kind of pulled away, or now that that's over with, it's cleared, now I can breathe. Because this feels like, by the book feels like responsibility. It's like, I have to do this. Taking a time out. This person definitely took a time out for themselves to recalibrate and to go over things, to think. Like, I need time to think. I got to be able to breathe. I got too much going on. I need a minute. And this person didn't want to talk about whatever this is because it's in their thoughts. They were thinking about a problem. Like, I got to process this problem. These feelings. I gotta process my freaking feelings. So let's see. Why is chaos and conflict here? Actually, we'll use one of these. No. I guess we're gonna use the dark shadows. Chaos and conflict, please. Rebellious. Zero fucks. It's like, I don't care what problems are going on. Disobedient, traitorous. Yeah, somebody's going over. They're thinking about someone who doesn't care. They don't care what destruction they create or cause. So that's someone this person was dealing with, guilt. Or that's how they were in the situation between you two. Because if we go to zero fucks with guilt, this person, it's like they're thinking about this, like, I made a mess of the situation, I feel guilty because I acted like I didn't care, but I do care. Maybe they didn't know how much they cared until now, because if your heart chakra's closed down, you probably don't care. You are giving zero fucks. And then when it opens, it's like, oh crap, I care. And I feel bad now. Yeah, so if this person caused any upset or problems or whatever for you, they care. They're feeling bad about it now. There's the significance with somebody's bed. I don't know what the, maybe it has to do with not caring about who they sleep with and stuff. Or there was some type of encounter between you and them that involved a bed, and they're feeling guilty about it because there's dishonor here. Probably because of their bad intentions. Yeah, they're being heartless. So this person could have used you in the past, or there was a time when something along those lines unfolded. That might be where the trust issues are coming in partially. That's where they're partially coming in. We have community here. Somebody took advantage of your kindness. There's user energy in here. This person might regret talking about you as well, or there's something that happened within the community wherever you live that happened to you, and this person might be feeling bad about it. Because it's making me think of, I don't care what you say, I don't care what you do to so-and-so, whatever, like, why would I care? Somebody's thinking about something that happened in the past, and it doesn't feel very good, and it did happen within a community, so there could have been a group of people that were involved in this, this drama and bullshit. Whoever this person is, they're feeling guilty about it, like, I wish that didn't happen like that. But everything happens for a reason, because whatever that bullshit is, that's over. That's not going on anymore. That's concluded. Nobody can get to you now. Actually, we're going to pull one of these. Nobody can get to you now because you're protected. You've been protected throughout this whole situation, even if you got hurt. It could always be worse, is what I want to say. Something in this situation could have been a fuck ton worse, and it wasn't, because you're protected. That's the past, though. That's not what's coming up. That's what this person's thinking about, or someone in this energy is thinking about it. They followed suit, probably to fit in with the crowd, with the friends, or they listened to the wrong person or people. You know, when people gossip with the birds, you know, blah, 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 talking around the water cooler kind of thing, people could have been talking shit about you. Like, oh, you know, so-and-so gets around with the bed, you know. So-and-so gets around, or that ain't gonna work out because they're a hoe, they're a this, they're a that. Like, you don't truly know so-and-so. Well, I kind of feel like if anyone was saying that about you, this person's realizing that that wasn't true, that the person or people who are men either had the wrong information or they were butthurt themselves. Because you know when somebody doesn't get what they want, they make up lies. Not everyone, but some people do. Like, whether you actually, okay. So for example, say somebody wants to sleep with you and you don't. You're like, no, I don't want to. And then they go around and tell all their friends within the community that that they did sleep with you and you're the worst lay ever, or that you're this, you're that, you got diseases. I don't know. They make up a bunch of crap, whatever they say, just to keep other people away from you because they didn't get what they wanted. That happens all the time. I kind of feel energy like that in here, no matter what was said. Or, you know, if you do sleep with someone and they're more attached to you than you are to them, and it's like, okay, no, then they start making shit up, like, about how much of a shitty person you are, when that's not the whole truth. Maybe they feel that way about you, but that's their own damn emotions. you know? I don't know. Someone was running their fucking mouth is what it looks like. Trust. Somebody trusted the wrong people. And they feel guilty about it. They feel bad. Because it's like, I now know that that wasn't you, or that you're not that type of person. That it wasn't true. I don't think the liars here are coming clean. I just feel like somebody's seeing things differently. Like, oh, I can't believe I fucking trusted you. You just lied through your teeth, you know? That kind of thing. Yeah, somebody feels bad for believing bullshit about you, basically. They trusted their friends and family and community. People they probably should have been able to trust. But obviously, they can't. And they're seeing that, like, damn it, you ruined something good for me. But did they? It's only ruined if somebody wants it to be. Because I feel like there's promise for the future in this energy. Someone really wants to right a wrong. They want to reconnect. They want to fix this. Let's rekindle this and start fresh. Baby steps, like I said. And I'm just going to pull one of these. And then we go. Baby steps, baby. There'll be a positive outcome. That's just what I want to say. Knight of Wands and the Seven of Coins. I don't want to wait anymore. I've waited long enough. But look, it's like this person's sitting under the tree, waiting for whatever they've been working on, focused on, doing whatever to come to fruition. Like, I'm just waiting for those apples to be ripe. And this is what I grew this tree. I planted it myself, and I'm just, you know, putting the work in, waiting. And then they look off and they're like, who the hell is that riding in? Because it's making me think of someone sitting in a field under a tree where all of a sudden they see a horse, or they see something, and it's like, what is that? Something's coming towards me. Is it a creepy animal? Like, what the fuck is it? It's the energy. You can sense it. You don't know really who it is, what it is, but it's off in the distance, but it's happening fast, so it's like, oh, that's a horse. What, did it break free from its fence or something? Oh, I had a dream like that one time. It's like, is it a wild horse now that broke free, or, you know, penned up horse that's actually broke free and now is wild again. They're free from confinement. It's funny that I said that, because it's making me think of a dream that I had where I walked into this house and there was like a golden retriever there, and dogs can represent like your loyal best friend. And the dog was all nice and sweet and whatever when I was petting it. I'm like, oh, hi. When I was right there, it was really nice. But the second I went to walk out back to go see the horse out back, because I saw it through the window or something, and I'm like, oh, I want to go say hi to the horse, I guess. I could talk to animals in the dream. It's symbolic. But anyways, I went to the back door, and there was no door there. It was open. It was like I was free to go and talk to this person because it was representing a person. But the second I stepped foot out back, the dog started getting mad and growling. And I was like, well, why the fuck's the dog running at me, you know? I'm like, whatever. And I walked closer to the horse, and the horse was wearing white sneakers. I'll never forget it. I don't know why that's significant. But the other thing I want to say is, during that crazy energy, I remember sharing this dream, and one of my son's friends still lived here, and he admitted to stalking me and paying attention to me, whether it was my readings or not, because he was mocking me, and I kind of feel like he was put up to that. Don't know why, don't know how, don't care anymore. But he admitted it, so I know it's true. But anyways, he had white sneakers, and after I had shared that reading, he made a point to set them out to show me. Because I pay attention to fucking everything. I'm very observant, and I was like, that's not what that dream meant, but okay, motherfucker. Anyways, moving on. So that just made me wicked nervous saying that. I don't know why. Because that bullshit don't fucking bother me no more. And everyone in that situation We'll pay for it. Not by my hands, but good luck. That's all I have to say. So anyways, my head's crawling like a motherfucker all of a sudden. So the horse had white shoes, and I started talking to the horse, and I was like, I want to free the horse. Like, why are you penned up? Why are they keeping you captive, basically? And the second I reached out to try to help the horse, that fucking dog wasn't just growling anymore. It was foaming at the mouth, and it bit me. It bit me on the heel, my Achilles heel. It attacked my weak spot, basically. Found my weakness and tried to take me down. But guess what? It didn't work, because even though it hurt like a bitch in the dream, I didn't stop, but I also didn't have to continue forward and help free the horse, because after I got bit and turned to look like, what motherfucker, lightning struck and hit a tree, and the tree fell and broke the fence and set the horse free. Anyway, so it was like divine intervention. So it's like, the divine going, well, if someone's going to stop so-and-so, don't worry, we're going to make it fucking happen. So that was that dream. But anyways, imagine sitting in the field under a tree and you're like, what's that? Oh, it's a fucking horse. Was it just recently freed? What the hell's going on? And then you see a person on the horse. It's like, as it gets closer, it's like, oh, well, who the hell's coming towards me? Someone is coming in. They're coming in hot. Just saying. It's someone you watched ride off as well. So in the past, this person went on their little fucking adventure, like way back in history when you'd have to take your horse and carriage or just your horse to go travel to get whatever. It's like making me think of like the wife and kids at home going, bye dad or hubby, whoever, we'll see you in like a fortnight or 10 months, however long it friggin' takes, because you never know. Like back then when they would leave, you didn't know if they were going to ever come back, and you didn't know how long it would take depending on what they needed and where they were headed and what it was for. So that's kind of scary. See, it's the not knowing, and that's what it's making me think of. So that's a good example of watching somebody ride off into the sunset and not knowing if they're ever going to return, if they're ever going to come back. So you watch them leave, and they're coming back, and it's unexpected, because you'll be like, is that so-and-so? Oh my god, yeah, it is. Hey, what's going on? That kind of thing. That's really awesome. I don't know, the energy feels very beautiful today. It's free-flowing. It's not forced, which is amazing, because we never want to force anything, Anything good and that is for us will never be forced. It's just like that saying, if you love someone, you set them free. If they come back, they're yours. If they don't, it wasn't meant to be, Because love is not conditional. It's not possessive or controlling. You can't make anyone want to stick around. You can't make them love you. And if you try and you manipulate the situation, which brings me back to the runes in the beginning, you can't manipulate the situation. It's not true. It won't last, So why would you even want that in the first place? But that's what I have for you. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully you guys have a beautiful weekend. And if I am not on here before St. Patty's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you guys stay safe. Don't drink too much if you do that. Just have fun. Have fun. Love you guys. Peace.